Hello everyone and welcome back to Game Dev Tycoon. I am of course William Strife and this is Strife Games and Hallway Monitor Plus turned out to be a massive success. Wow. I mean, just look at the freaking history. It achieved 8s. Surprisingly successful, okay? Look at this. It isn't even at the end of its life for sales. Cost $756,000 to create. I've made $6 million off of this thing. It's crazy. It's insane. I was not expecting this game to really succeed. Okay, so this time around, I think one of the most important things that I have to face is the fact that I'm gonna need a new game engine. But before I can actually get that new game engine, you know, under my thumb and built, there's all of this research that I need to do first, because really what this all comes down to is the fact that I really want to make a sequel to, the Strife Fall that I made, you know, all those episodes ago. And in order to do that, I want a series of things to be in there by default. I want basic physics in that game. I want basic physics and a virtual economy, yeah. And each of those requires 40 research points apiece, which I don't have right now, which means that I basically have to make more games. That being said, I shouldn't be looking at this like, oh, let's just make another game to, you know, kind of like cover the... No, I shouldn't be doing that. I have to remain humble. I have to try to make the best that I can with every single game that I make. Multi-genre, soundtrack... mini-games. I'm just trying to look at stuff that I might be able to fill in the gaps with, like, other things that I could also research while I'm at it. I could research multi-genre, but I don't think that what I really want to do is multi-platform. I would love to do, you know, one game and publish it across, you know, the Play System and the M-Box and the PC if possible. Like always, kind of, you know, throwing Invento to the side, just kind of following the way that things work in the actual industry itself. I could probably put achievements in there as well, but there's really nothing that I can research at the current moment, which means that it's time to develop a new game. And you know what? Let's see. Let's just look at publishing deals. I don't know what on earth I should do. That's a really crap one. Hospital, any genre. That's not too bad. The royalties are only 10% though, and considering that I can self-publish, I don't see a point to it. Really, I think the contracts are kind of lost on me at this point. I don't think that contracts are useful with... Basically, I don't think the contracts really serve any purpose once you can self-publish and you have the money in the bank. I think that they're completely and totally pointless. UFO Casual, Hospital, any genre, this one would actually work. The problem is that I don't see any bonus, just the potential of not making a high score and having to pay a penalty, and I only get 10% royalties. The upfront pay is just nominal. It's half the cost of the penalty. So really, I don't think that contracts are worth my time at this point. So you know what? There is a clear trend towards RPG games recently. Well, that's not good. We just made an RPG game. We would be so much... Maybe we were the reason that RPG games suddenly have a trend. I don't know. Industry news. Industry experts predict that we will see the next generation of video game consoles as early as next year. The hardware advancement in the PC industry have not been reflected in gaming consoles yet, and we can expect the next generation to be a truly exciting leap forward. Okay, yeah, that's very true. According to rumors, both Micronoft and Vonnie are in a race to introduce the next generation console, with Micronoft apparently already collaborating with partners to prepare titles for what's known as the M-Box 360. Okay, so that means, you know, crunch time is coming. I think that what we're going to do at this point is where we're going to try to get some movement in on the M-Box. Just basically publish what we can for it. So let's develop a new game for the M-Box specifically, because we bought that license. We're going to have to use it. It's going to be a medium game. We're going to pick the Last Stand engine, because this is all foregone. It's everything that I'm going to use. The question is what type of topic I'm going to make. Let's check genre first, maybe. Nah, let's choose genre last. Let's pick topic, and for topic, what do I want? Let's do a dungeon. Let's do a dungeon game and let's make it action, because that's really that's where it's at for action games. You know, like, as much as we like to define the first-person shooter as, you know, a genre unto itself, it's actually just a version of, it's a subset of the action genre for the most part, you know? So it's an action dungeon game, medium, marketed at everyone. We could make it mature, we could make it young, but I think that a dungeon action on the M-Box is going to be really, really good for being marketed at everyone. And let us call this Blade and Loot. That seems like a bit of a lame name, but I think Blade and Loot works pretty well. Let's go forward. 3D graphics V2, like always. Start development. Okay, development stage 1. Let's see how this works out. Engine is up through the roof. Gameplay is up there. Story and quest, let's just knock that down. Get rid of it. We don't need it. It's a freaking action game. I know the rules for this. And I think, well, I want to make certain that I'm assigning everybody to the right locations. I can handle gameplay. Wendy is our... Oh yeah, that's right. Wendy is our tech expert. She is the right one to put on engine. Drew is on story and quests, which basically gives him no burden whatsoever. Branching story? No. Simple cutscenes? Let's do simple cutscenes. Let's put it in there because, you know, we don't... basically, as soon as I select one, either linear story or branching story, I'm suffering. So I can get away with putting simple cutscenes in there without, you know, suffering anything. So let's do that. Keep going forward. Why not put a little bit more oomph into the marketing for this? Wow, let's do... Can we do a medium? Wow, that's kind of expensive. Medium booth. I don't know. Let's just do a medium booth this time, and let's put some money into marketing. Artificial intelligence for this is through the roof, so we need better AI. We need better AI. Wendy, our tech expert, she's on the job here. Let's see. Dialogues is in the basement. I think we can. Yeah, we don't suffer if we leave better dialogues on, so we'll leave that on. Level design needs to be pretty high, I think, here. So, Wendy is our tech expert. She's, Johnson is on level design. Let's give Drew some work, because he hasn't done... Oh, geez, wow. Okay, let's leave it to, Johnson to handle level design, to level things out a little bit more. And with that, we will just jump right in and we will do a small campaign. We could do 2 million large marketing campaigns. Small campaign. Let's not overshoot this. I'm still nervous about, you know, dumping that much money into a game. I don't feel safe with it yet. Magazines and demos for 150,000. Go forward with that. Jeez. I'm just kind of jittery here. Wendy seems to be losing productivity. She's going to need to go on vacation soon. G3 should be... we're going to have to sit on this game if G3 doesn't come around soon enough, because we have to have something at G3 to show off. Graphics are through the roof. Sound is pretty important. World design is negligible on this. So let us put... Wait a minute, where's Wendy? Wendy's maxed out. Wendy's maxed out. She can't take on anything else. So, Drew, you can handle sound design and whatnot. Graphics, I will handle myself because I have the capacity to do that. And Johnson, you can do world design because it's not as important. Sound, we'll pump sound all the way up. There's no reason to not have sound all the way up. Oh geez. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my god, I'm not over... I don't think that this has much of a bearing on it. Let's remove rich backstory, okay? Because it doesn't really make that much of a difference, and we can leave world design fairly low. I think that if I move all the sliders up to the maximum, I'm going to suffer somehow, okay? So I'm pretty sure that this I've made several action games. I think that this doesn't actually have too much of a bearing on the game. As in, it's not negative, but, you know, it's kind of neutral. It doesn't really matter there. So, open world, day-night cycle is good. Rich backstory, don't really need it. It's a, you know, that's more of a story element than it is a world design element. So, let's go with that. Hopefully, G3 will happen. Game off the market. Shadow Monitor A+ is now off the market. It sold 725,000 units, generating... Wow, almost 8 million in sales. Jeez, no wonder we're doing so well. We're really hitting the head with some of these games here that I wasn't expecting. This one, I really expect it to bomb. I expect this game to bomb hard. And I'll tell you why. I've put money into the marketing. That's why. Every single time I put money into the marketing, I seem to do really poorly. This is our highest number yet. Last time I think that we went to G3, we made 100 some odd thousand visitors. This time we've got three and a half almost, 3,500. So, okay, so there you go. We have 343,000 people visiting. Still not in the top 100 booths. I'm a little bit surprised. Just let these guys finish up. I'm actually gonna give them some time. I'm gonna wait for them to try to bubble up a couple more research and whatnot. Found and worked another bug out. Okay, that's good. Let's go from there. New record, a bonus 1.6 new combo, good management. Drew has leveled up again. Wow, wow, wee wah, as Sips would say, my good friend. Release the game, salary increase due to an increase. He's now making 53,000. I think that Drew deserves it. He's really pulling a lot of weight for us. Okay, special training, and Drew can take on special training now. I'll go ahead and send you on vacation, as well as Wendy. You need a vacation as well. Johnson, you need to generate a game report for Blade and Loot. The game reviews are in for Blade and Loot. I'm thinking 7s and 8s. Hopefully 8s. 7 and 6s are probably a little bit more realistic. 8, very good, not bad. Okay, so we've got a 9, one of the best. That's doing pretty well. Next up is a 7. So this is a minimum score of 7, high score of 9. So I think that we're getting, you know, I think we have an average score of probably 8.2 on this. Okay, so enjoyable, very good, one of the best, beautiful. I will let us do some research, multiplayer, basic physics, soundtrack, virtual economy. Okay, basic physics is super important. Let's research that. I'm going to go ahead and check the game history. This is 7.75 is the average score for this. So that we're doing pretty well. Not very bad, pretty good. You know, there's room for improvement, like always. Ooh, Drew is back. You can go ahead and jump straight in and do some extra research. Save to cloud, video backup. What was it? What was I looking for? Achievements. Virtual economy, that's what I was after. 40 research points. We've got just enough to possibly... Drew Darfson, boss, Strife Games has grown well under your management. I think it's time we move the company out of this technology park and into a building worthy of our success. I've seen the perfect building for our new headquarters. It's not cheap, but... Oh my god! Oh my god! That's expensive as... It's not cheap, but will allow us to grow even further. The next office also has space for additional expansions. Do you want to move? Not yet, okay? It's a fool's errand to move as soon as you can. It's much more prudent. It's more valuable to hold back and move when you need to, not when you can. Not yet. We will hold off. Go ahead and do some research there. Wendy, since you are back, I will put you on a game. Our post-release analysis of Blade and Loot is in. Dungeon and action is great. Gameplay seems to be quite important for this game. Platform genre match action M-Box is great. Okay, so Wendy, you need to do some research. I would love to do multi-platform. No way that's going to happen on the research points I have. Achievements, full motion video, advanced cutscenes, multi-genre, soundtrack, minigames, Easter eggs, save to cloud, video backup, multiplayer, 2D graphics, new topic. Okay, we want achievements because those are things that are like sewn straight into the game engine. So let's start the research on that. And with that, guys, I think that I'm going to call this episode here. We are on the uptick. What I have to do next is actually create a game engine. And for that matter, Johnson needs to go on vacation. I'll send you on vacation, and I'll start these guys on something like contract work or whatever, but I don't know. This has been another episode of Game Dev Tycoon, guys. I've been recording several of them consecutively at this point, so go ahead, feel free to say down in the comments whether or not you want me to continue, because I figure at this point you guys want to see me, finish this game, go it all the way. Totally worth the time, and just I'm having a good time. I'm having a great time doing this. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. Comments always appreciated. Go ahead, check out my subreddit if you want to have a longer conversation over where the series is going. But anyways, I'll see you guys later in another episode next time. Bye.